Hello, this is Cheryl Smith with Color My World. Today we are going to be making our Hydrangea Hue card, and we have that brand new magnetic ink pad. Whoa. Okay, it's magnetic, right? It's sticking to my dies. I'm still not used to that. And sometimes it surprises me, but it is very nice, you know, to just easily open that and close it. So my friends that have issues with their hands and opening our other ink pads are going to be very happy with this one. So let's set that over here out of the way. When you get your card kit, it will not include these dies, but I wanted to show you with the dies in place how I cut them out. If you have other nesting shapes, you could kind of recreate this, this type of card. Just remember, whatever piece that you are going to cut out for your card base, if you're using another die shape, and you don't have to, you could put it on just a plain card base and have several nesting dies on top of that. But if you are going to use that die, you're going to want to put the die, the cut side down, up at the top, and make sure that it's not cutting out that folded scored area so that your card will open up. So you can see what I have left from cutting these out. It's pretty narrow, but I had it folded, and then I just put that cutting area, it was just over the edge, so that it didn't cut that all the way across. And now this still opens. So again, just folded plain cardstock, lay this on top. And sometimes it helps if you just kind of have that snugged up against there, that edge right here. So that's before the cutting edge, and that'll prevent that from accidentally slipping down and cutting over that. And washi tape, everyone, or post-it notes, whatever you use to hold those. So that's how I was able to cut that out in that shape and get that card base. So let's pull those over here. Now, which party banner die was that? I always start at the largest, and I call that number 1. So 2, 3, 4, this is 5. So if you want that typical 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base, this is the closest one, the number 5 die, to getting that. And we just cut that out of thick white cardstock. I think I rolled it back and forth just because I knew it might have a little trouble cutting through both layers. Okay, so that was the card base. The next piece I cut out is going to be the number 6. So that one fits right in there. So that's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I also cut one out of the middle because this is going to be a matte layer, and we'll be able to use that. It's one of my favoritist things to do. Favoritist. There's a word, right? So this one fits right in here, and there's a space. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is cutting out our DSP. Number 8 we didn't use. Number 9 is the one that I used for in here. So number 9. And then, like I said, this one, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the DSP. And then this little guy, what did I say that was? 9, so this must be 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, 10. There we go. So when you get your kit, you're going to have this matte piece, this piece for the inside, this piece for the inside, so you can stamp your same. And then this piece will go over the top, and we'll put it all in the card base. The other side of this paper is really pretty too. This is that dream. Ooh, Let's say it wrong. Hold on. I'll have to look it up, but I know it's Dream. There it is. Delicate Dreams. Could not come up with the delicate part. Okay, so on this, it's going to fit on there without, a quarter of an inch, maybe. So the best way to handle that is just put the glue kind of around that inside edge. And sorry, there's a gloopy bit, and that's going to bug me. Sometimes I don't notice those, and then all of a sudden I'm like, ew. I'm trying not to squeeze out a big giant glob, because I don't want it on there and messing up my paper. So just kind of follow that around. Okay. It's pretty thin up at the top, but that's all right. There we go. And I'm not pressing hard because, again, I don't want to end up with any glue back there. So we'll just layer that right on here. You have some ribbon in your kit. If you want to, you could wrap some ribbon around here. If you're going to put on this little saying, I've included 2 different saying options in your kit. So you could do this one, and this one's going to go nicely with the ribbon. So just use enough ribbon to go around this piece, and then tie it in a little bow here or here, whichever side you want it on, or a little knot. And then you can use this and glue that down. I am not using that tag, even though you have it in your kit. You also are going to have this thank you combination. So that is from Words and Wishes Dies. And so you can see you've got this big piece that cuts out that one, and this little piece that cuts out the white one. So Hydrangea Hue and Basic White. Whoa, sorry, I just flipped off my tiniest banner die when I was setting that back on the stack. Put it back where it goes before we lose it. Okay. So I'm going to use these instead of that little tag. You know, if you don't want to make this into a thank you, if you'd rather do a birthday or something like that, just stamp your birthday saying there. And then I am going to turn this over, so this is the back side, and just very, very carefully just put a tiny bit of glue on there. And if you glob any on there, just use a tiny little bit of paper. I'm going to touch this one to the back of that one, and it's going to pick up the excess glue. Sorry, I keep pulling that down where I can see it, and then I know you guys can't see it. There we go. Okay. So whenever I put these on, I always start on one end and then put the other end down and then fix the middle. And that way I don't stretch it out too far and run out of room. It's pretty hard to do on the U because it is super short. Oh, that's stuck to my finger. So thank you can be a little more problematic. So put that down and then put the K down and then worry about the middle. There we go. Oh, I love how those look on there. That is so great. Okay. Tell you what, let's put the lid back on the glue. That'd be a safe thing to do. And I need to grab some mini dimensionals. we need some smaller bits. I was using some regular. So let's turn that over, and we're going to do that one too. Lots of dimensionals on this one. I just love the Hydrangea Hue, and I actually saved several sheets of this paper so I would have enough to put these kits together. I knew way back a couple of months ago that that is what I wanted to use for the Hydrangea Hue Color My World color. If you don't have this one, it is not too late. I can order that. I'll be ordering the next Color My World color. I'm going to do Golden Glow for August, and that's going to coordinate with the Product of the Month paper. I think it's going to look great with that. And then July was the Barely Blush. So if you're interested in that, we can still get that as well. Oops. I don't give them ahead of time, but if you didn't sign up for one that's already happened, you can certainly get that kit if you want it. Well, I got ahead of myself. I took the ends off of that one, but not this one. I think the Hydrangea Hue is going to be a really great color for the snowflake stamps and dies that we have in the September through December catalog. If you haven't seen that and you're on my demonstrator team, check that out. It is just so pretty. I think dimensional backs. Oh my gosh, the static. Static is real. There we go. Okay. And then we'll get the thank you. And I'm going to put this right in the middle. And when I lay them down, I'm not going to press super hard until I make sure they're exactly where I want them. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did all right. There we go. So there's the thank you. Now the inside looks pretty naked, so let's put that up here. And then we won't glue that down yet. We're going to stamp, and in case we mess up, you remember when you're putting these together, you guys, put one of the sticker names right here so that when you're stamping, how would you know what color that is if you didn't have that label there? So thankful they did that. The other label I have on the bottom, but I'm super glad they gave us enough to do that. You know what? I'm going to stamp it on some scrap paper, and I can use this on another card, as long as it turns out okay. There we go. Remember, you don't have to press super hard. It should be plenty juicy. And I'm going to put it up, about 2/3 of the way, I guess. There we go. Someone who's always there when I need you. I probably have 2 or 3 of those people in my life. And look how easy that closes. Fabulous. All right, so let's grab our glue. We'll get this last bit together. This card comes together really quick. All of the parts are die cut, so you don't have to cut anything. It did take a while to die cut all those though. the one time saver is cutting that mat and this one at the same time. There we go, and then we just put that one right there. Yay! Okay, so there you go, your little banner, party banner thank you card. Love Hydrangea Hue. All right, everyone, thank you for stopping by and stamping with me, and thank you to those of you who joined the Color My World Club and my team. Welcome. If you haven't seen any of the videos, I know that the first video, the crisp cantaloupe, that only lasts 30 days and Facebook took it off. I have the video downloaded and I just have to pop it back up. I was waiting for it to go away so there wouldn't be two out there. That's kind of confusing sometimes. So we'll get that uploaded, and you'll have it for as long as Facebook allows us to have the group. All right, everyone, have a good evening and happy stamping. Bye.